Welcome to the World of Biology through Jaguar classes from Jagran Public School, Noida. In today's this class 11th video lecture, I will continue with the chapter Kingdom Animalia, and in this part 9 we will cover the topics characteristic of superclass Tetrapoda and characteristics or salient features of classes Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves and Mammalia in this superclass Tetrapoda. After today's class, the expected learning outcomes, which are knowledge based, are you would be able to know characteristics of superclass Tetrapoda, and you will also able to know the characteristic features of classes Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves and Mammalia. In skill based learning outcomes, we are expecting that you would be able to compare and differentiate among different classes of superclass Tetrapoda, and you will be able to critically analyze the basis of classification of superclass Tetrapoda into four important classes Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves and Mammalia. In competency based learning outcomes, you would be able to apply your collaborative approach, critical thinking, and problem solving nature uh, to communicate, and analytical skills can be utilized by you to solve the various problem solving and high order thinking questions related with the concept of vertebrata subphylum under the class superclass Tetrapoda. Now let's start with our today's video lecture on the topic animal kingdom, and in this last lecture of this chapter we are talking about, or we are learning about the phylum Chordata, uh, in which we are learning the facts about the vertebrata subphylum. And in vertebrata subphylum today we will focus on the superclass Tetrapoda, in which in this lecture we will cover these topics: characteristic of superclass Tetrapoda, characteristic of class Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves and Mammalia, which are the four important classes of this superclass Tetrapoda, and classification of class Mammalia into Protheria and Theria, and its interclasses Metatheria and Eutheria or Placentalia. About these important facts we will talk about. Now, with this slide, which is showing you the salient features of superclass Tetrapoda, first of all, we will talk about the basic characteristic feature of these four classes under this superclass Tetrapoda. On the basis of skin type, tetrapods are divided into four important classes. Class Amphibia. Skin is In this class, the skin of the animal is moist, like you can see here in toad, which is like a frog type of animal. And this is here the skin is moist, glandular, vascular, respiratory, and thin. Means these animals can respire through their moist skin also. And exoskeleton is absent in this class. The another class, Reptilia, where the skin is dry, non-glandular and covered with epidermal scales. In class Aves, skin is dry, non-glandular and covered with feathery exoskeleton, and birds are belonging to this class Aves. In class Mammalia, skin is glandular and covered with hairy exoskeleton. Let's start to know the detailed important characteristic feature of these classes. Now here you are seeing here in this picture salamander, which is also one of the animal belonging to class Amphibia. In class Amphibia, they are aquatic and terrestrial animals but never marine. Modern amphibians have descended from stem amphibians called Labyrinthodontia. and exoskeleton is absent in them, and body has a bony endoskeleton. They are carnivorous and cold blooded animals, and skin is smooth or rough with pigment cells called chromatophores, due to which they are showing different coloration in their body. Limbs are tetrapodous, means four limbs are there, and pentadactyl digits are there. Digits are clawless. Skull shows oc- uh, two occipital condyles or dicondylic skull type of structure. Mouth has large jaws and homodont teeth. Tongue is often protrusible, means they can elongate their tongue to catch hold their prey. In this class Amphibia, respiration is taking place by lungs, skin, or buccopharynx, and gills are present only during larval stages in them. Exceptions are Proteus and Newt, which is show gills as adult stage also. These two animals of this class. Heart is three chambered in them. Red blood cells or RBCs are biconvex, oval, and nucleated. Brain in these animals shows 10 pairs of cranial nerves. Eyes have eyelids, and ears have a single ear ossicle called stapes. Kidneys are mesonephric with ureotelic excretion, means urea is the main excretory uh, waste in them, nitrogenous waste in them that is released in the form of urea. And they are unisexual and females are oviparous. Fertilization is external or internal. Example salamander, and development includes fish like larva which undergoes metamorphosis. Salamander is the animal in which internal fertilization is going on. There are some other important characteristic feature of this class are also shown here. In this you can see limbless amphibians, ichthyophis. Ichthyophis or mouse Stachys, 1 feet long that you can see here, and Ichthyophis standu, 1 feet long, and Ichthyophis komunji, 1.5 feet you can see here in size. Among all the amphibians, frogs and toads are the most successful with 2600 species, and some also show parental care. For example, Pipa pipa, Suriname toad, which is known as, this is the common name of this, and it carries fertilized eggs in pits on the dorsal side of the body as parental care. In midwife toads, the male carries the eggs on the posterior part of his body until the tadpole larvae hatch into water. Examples are Ichthyophis, limbless amphibians, and Salamandro, bufo, which is commonly known as toad, and Rana tigrana, commonly known as frog, are coming in this class Amphibia. Now come to know the salient features of the another class Reptilia, to which snakes are belonging, and they are the first true land vertebrates. They evolved in the Mesozoic era, age of reptiles, which is known as also age of reptiles, from the labyrinthodont amphibians stock. And they are cold blooded animals with horny scales called scutes. Limbs are tetrapodous type and pentadactyl. Snakes are the only species which are limbless in this category. And in this class, otherwise, other animals are having limbs. Endoskeleton is ossified with a monocondylic skull. They are mostly carnivorous with homodont teeth. Respiration is through lungs. Heart is incompletely four chambered. Crocodiles have a four chambered heart, and circulation, which is one of the exceptional case in this group, and circulation is double, or RBCs are oval, biconvex, and nucleated. In this class Reptilia, tortoise are also coming in this class. Kidneys are metanephric with uricotalic excretion, means their main nitrogenous waste is released in the form of uh, uric acid, and they have 12 pairs of cranial nerves. They are unisexual, showing sexual dimorphism, means male with a muscular copulatory organ and female is also showing the different structure. Fertilization is internal and females are oviparous, maybe viviparous also. Rat and snake are coming in viviparous can and or ovoviviparous like rattlesnake. Cloaca is present. Embryonic membranes are present. Uh, they do not show metamorphism or direct development, and young ones resemble adults. Parental care is absent in these animals, and examples are crocodile, alligator, snake, sea snake, lizard, tortoise, and turtle. Here they have written rat also, but rat as an example of viviparous, but it is not belonging to this reptilia class. It belongs to class Mammalia. Now come to know some more other features of this class Reptilia. Dinosaurs like Komodo dragon and dinosaurs are also non. These were known as the giant reptiles, and the largest living reptile today is the Indonesian Komodo dragon. Snakes and lizards are the most commonly found reptiles belonging to this class, and chameleon is an arboreal lizard which can change its color to match with its surrounding as camouflage. Examples of poisonous snakes are cobras, kraits, and vipers. Now, come to know about the salient features of next class aves to which birds are belonging. Birds have evolved from ornithischian dinosaurs in the Jurassic period. They are warm blooded vertebrates with a feathery exoskeleton and the ability to fly. Endoskeleton of bones is spongy and has air cavities. Forelimbs have been modified into wings with three clawless digits. Hind limbs with four toes have adapted to walking, swimming, and perching. Mouth has been modified to a horny beak and teeth are absent in them. Brain is well developed, skull is monocondylic, and sacral vertebrae are fused to form a sacrum. In this class, ostrich is also belonging, but it is coming in the category of flightless birds. Caudal vertebrae are fused to form pygostyle. Vertebral ribs are double headed by unisnate process, and hind limbs form tibiotarsus. Tibiotarsus means tibia plus tarsal are get fused in them, and tarsometatarsal where tarsals and metatarsals get fused. Forelimbs for corpometacarpus. Digestive tract shows a gullet, glandular proventriculus, muscular gizzard, and three-chambered cloaca. Voice is produced by pharynx. Larynx does not have vocal cords. Heart is four-chambered. RBCs are nucleated. Kidneys are metanephric and excretion is uricotalic in these animals, and 12 pairs of cranial nerves are also present in their nervous system. Eagle is also one of the bird. Sexes are separate here with sexual dimorphism. Females have only left ovary and fertilization is internal. Females are oviparous. Eggs have large yolks. Embryos have an amnion and allantois and a large yolk sac. Parental care is highly developed in this class, and examples of birds with flight like crow, kite, vulture, eagle, house sparrow, and owls you have seen. Examples of flightless birds are ostrich, kiwi, and emu. Due to their heavy weight, they are not able to fly for a longer height. And Archaeopteryx is a fossil bird which closely resembles reptiles also, and hummingbirds are the smallest known birds in this class. Now come to know about the salient feature of class Mammalia, and to this class we are also belonging, and the Holocene period is called the age of man, when human beings dominated the earth. Mammals are warm blooded animals with an exoskeleton of skin and hair. Skin has oil or sebaceous and sweat glands, which are known as sudoriporous glands. Milk producing mammary glands are present in females to feed their young ones. Internal ear has three ear ossicles, external pinnae are present in them. Teeth are heterodont and diffeodont type. Skull is dicondylic and lower jaw has a single dentary bone. Gastrocentrus vertebrae has a centrum and two epiphyses are the structures can be seen in their skull. Salient features of class Mammalia, if we will continue with the uh, some of the other characteristic also. Elephant is also one of the largest mammal, and two pairs of pentadactyl limbs are present in uh, this class with five digits that end in claws, nails, or hooves. Limbs are plantigrade and digital grade. Plantigrade means walking on full sole, and digitigrade means walking on toes like cattle. Un, unguligrade are also one type with claws or nails. Unguligrade. And a muscular diaphragm is present in them. Heart is four chambered. RBCs are biconcave and non nucleated. Brain is well developed with 12 cranial nerves. Brain has four optic lobes, optic quadrigemina and corpus callosum. Kidneys are metanephric and bean shaped, and excretion is ureotelic. Means urea is the main nitrogenous waste in the form of urine they are releasing, and they are unisexual animals with sexual dimorphism. Male always have a copulatory organ called penis, and whale is also belonging to this class. Females are viviparous in this class except for egg laying mammals. Some of the mammals are laying eggs also, and eggs are microlecithial, which means very minute amount of yolk is present in them, and fertilization is internal. Embryos are surrounded by amnion and hence they are called amniota. Mammals show high degree of parental care in Mammalia class. They are classified into three groups: protherians, egg-laying mammals; metatherians, pouched animals; and eutherian, true mammals. Now about these classes we will talk in later on classes. Otherwise, these we have in our text, NCRT text, only up to the class level, and these three groups we are not given in the NCRT text. That's why we are finishing this presentation here. And after that, now I will show you one media with the help of which you will be able to see these salient features in to understand well in with the help of this presentation. Now come to see and watch this presentation on the Tetrapoda class, superclass Tetrapoda, to show and differentiate among the different classes with virtual figures, and you can know about their different characteristic feature. Now I am opening this presentation to clear about the class superclass Tetrapoda, and with the help of this presentation you will be able to see the characteristic feature in specified form.
Tetrapoda. Tetrapoda is a superclass belonging to the subphylum Vertebrata. It includes all animals which have two pairs of limbs. Superclass Tetrapoda includes the following classes: Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves, and Mammalia. Amphibia means double life. Animals belonging to this class live both in water and on land. They are cold-blooded animals. The body of an amphibian is divided into two parts, the head and the trunk. The trunk bears two pairs of limbs and a tail is present in some amphibians. They do not have an external ear. A flap of the eardrum, which is called tympanum, represents the ear. Most amphibians are oviparous and reproduce by external fertilization. Identify the three amphibian characteristics from the given options. Click the correct answers, then click Evaluate.
As per our knowledge that we have shared, uh, in them most skin without scales. The another is direct development. No, we cannot say that they are having three chambered heart is also one of the feature, and indirect development we can consider them here. And now we will evaluate.
That's correct. Amphibians have moist, smooth skin without scales. The heart is three-chambered. Their development is indirect and involves a larval stage.
Respiration in larva through the skin and gills, and respiration in adult through the lungs.
The animals belonging to class Reptilia creep or crawl to move around. They are cold-blooded animals. Like amphibians, the reptilian ear is also represented by a tympanum. Identify the three reptilian characteristics from the given options. Select the correct answers. When you are done, click Evaluate.
They are showing dry skin with horny scales and partially four chambered heart and indirect development. No, we can say that they are having direct development. Now let's evaluate.
Not really. Try again.
Now let's start with this again. We will select direct development. One is that, then partially four chambered heart, and indirect development, or we can say that this. Now let's evaluate.
That's correct. Reptiles have a dry, scaly skin and a partially four-chambered heart. Reptiles reproduce by internal fertilization. They are oviparous and their development is direct. The tough, scaly layer of the skin does not grow when the reptile grows, and therefore it needs to be shed periodically as skin cast.
Now come to next. Next class is
The single most characteristic feature of all members of the Aves class is the presence of feathers. Most birds can fly, with the exception of flightless birds such as ostrich. The forelimbs are modified into wings which help in flying, and the hind limbs are used for walking or perching. The bones of a bird are adapted for flight. They have air spaces which make them light to facilitate flying. Such bones are called pneumatic bones. All birds have beaks which help them capture food. However, they do not have teeth to chew the food. Birds have a four-chambered heart. They are warm-blooded animals.
Now come to Mammalia.
Mammalia is by far the most evolved class. Mammals are found in a variety of habitats such as polar regions, deserts, mountains, and grasslands. All mammals are characterized by two notable features: the presence of hair and mammary glands. They have two pairs of limbs, which are used for walking, climbing, running, swimming, or flying, depending on their habitat. Mammals have different types of teeth which enable them to process food efficiently. However, the types differ in herbivores and carnivores. All mammals, including the aquatic ones, use lungs to breathe. They have a four-chambered heart. All mammals reproduce by internal fertilization. However, they differ in their mode of development and birth. Regardless of the mode of birth, all newborn mammals feed on their mother's milk. Here is a comparison of some of the characteristics of the four classes of the superclass Tetrapoda.
Now, with the help of this chart, you will be able to understand and compare all the characteristic features, special characteristic feature of all these four classes of superclass Tetrapoda. With that, I hope that you will be able to understand the important characteristic feature of all.